Hello, lovies. Today we're going to look at some words that have the letter R in them. And the letter R makes the sound R. The picture that I used in school is a racing robot. A racing robot. And you remember that the name of the picture has that beginning sound at the beginning of the word of the picture. So racing robot. He's racing around. He's using a rake. You ready for some words that have R in them? Some of them will be easy to you, but I want us to practice words that have R. So, we can begin with R, A. Remember, I want you to blend two of them together. Ram. Ram. And do you remember what ram is? Ram is an animal that has curved horns. And one of the things that boy rams like to do is they like to take their heads and butt them together with each other and just play. And so a lot of times when we hit something, we say, oh, I rammed into that. Ram. Ran. Ran. He ran the bases. Rack. Rack. And remember, when we see C and K together, we're just going to give it one sound. The reason I put a line under it is so my brain will remember there's something different about that. It's only going to make one sound, rack. That can be like a hat rack, or the towel rack, or a dish rack, or a clothes rack. Okay, a rack is something that just holds stuff. Rock. There's that CK again. Rock. All right. Rocks can be small or they can be large. Take a look at this very large rock. Look at the people standing next to it. That's not in Florida. Maybe it's in Arizona. Maybe it's out west someplace. Ramp. And a ramp is something instead of stairs. There can be a ramp, and if you're in a wheelchair, then that ramp helps you get into the house easily. You own a ramp at your house for Papa. Or these boys on skateboards are using a ramp. Theirs is curved so that they can go with their skateboards up and down. Ribs. And in our body, these are our ribs. They're the bones that go around the important parts of your body. Go around where your heart is and where your lungs are to breathe. But in pigs, when we eat meat from pork, then we have barbecued ribs. Oh, they're so good. So those are ribs. A little rat. Rag. And a rag is usually some clothes that you've just worn it so much they're got holes in them or tears in them. And we still save them. Sometimes we use them to wash cars or to wash stains off things. And here's a coat that's made out of rags. Remember, if I put a circle here, it's not going to be a B. So rod. And it can be a fishing rod or the rod that holds up a curtain. This is the fishing rod. This is the line, but there's the rod. Rob. Now, you know, rob is not something good if you rob someone. Now, watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a capital R there. Now, it goes from something not very good to something very good. If it's a capital, we know it's a name. And we know who Rob is. There's your daddy Rob and your mama. Robin. Robin. A robin redbreast. You have seen those at your house before. It's the name of a kind of a bird. Rid. He's going to get rid of his computer. Maybe it's been broken too many times and he's just mad at it. He's going to get rid of it. Rim. And rim is the top circle. Here's a basketball rim, or this blue rim around the glass. Rim. Now we'll keep the word rim and we'll add trim. And trim are decorations that you can put on dresses. You can have trim on, I guess trim can be on cars. Different little things to make something look extra pretty. Trim. Rip. It's going to rip that paper. Trip. Are you going to go on a trip? Maybe to Kansas. Or you can trip on a cord if you're not careful. Trip and fall. Trip. Rap. Rap is a kind of music. Now let's put trap. Oh, a mouse trap. Take a look at this mouse. He's very smart, isn't he? If that trap tries to hit his head, he'll have a little helmet on. That's just a funny picture. That couldn't really happen. Rot. Ugh. If food gets old, it starts to rot. And usually smell. Rot. Now let's put T in front. Trot. And trot is how a horse goes. A horse can walk or it can gallop, which means go really fast. But if he's just going in between, then we call that a trot. He's not going really, really fast on the beach. He's just trotting on the beach. That looks like a fun place to be. Okay, both sounds. Crib. And you know what a crib is. Sure. Crop. Crop. And a crop is what the farmer grows. It can be a crop of oranges. This looks like berries of some kind. That's corn. There's the farmer with his corn crop. This crop is of cotton. That's how cotton grows. So it doesn't have to be something that you eat, but a crop is what the farmer grows and then he picks it and sells it. Crop. Raft. And a raft can be something that you have in a swimming pool, or sometimes in stories They take logs and they make a raft like a little boat. Here's a blow-up raft that people can go in. Jackson, I think you've been in a raft before on a river. Here's a little raft that the boy's going to paddle. Raft. Okay, this is going to be a long word, so I'm going to take the beginning, rab, it. And remember, when I see two letters exactly the same, I'm only going to give it one sound. So I'm going to go rabbit. Rabbit. Sure. There's our little rabbit. Rapid. Rapid. Rapid means fast. So what would be the opposite of rapid? Let's see, I've got a cheetah here because a cheetah is very rapid. What would be an animal that is not rapid, that is slow? Maybe a turtle. Okay, let's read our sentence. Ron and Rick sat on the dock. Read the whole thing for me now. Ron and Rick sat on the dock. There they are on a dock. Did Tim trip and rip his pants? And do you notice this? It's not a period like we usually put at the end of sentences. This is called a question mark, and it means I'm asking a question, so it needs an answer. Did Tim trip and rip his pants? Uh-oh. Tripped on a banana. All right, here's our word family. Up. I'm going to try to go as fast as I can. You do them real quickly. Crop. Flop. Plop. Good reading. See you later, alligator. Bye-bye, pumpkin pie.